Hello! So I'm going to be doing a really quick and easy tutorial on how to go ahead and get this messy sock bun hairdo. And I'm actually going to be using a hair donut that I purchased from Claire's instead of using like a traditional sock bun made out of an actual sock. Alright, so if you're interested to see how I went ahead and created this here look, please continue watching. Alright, so you'll just need a few simple things. You can make your own sock bun out of a sock. If you choose to do that, make sure you use one that is similar to your hair color. I actually went ahead, like I said, I went to Claire's and I pre-purchased this hair donut. It does come in two different colors. There's a shade for really, really dark hair colors, which is like more of like a black, and there's one for blondes that's more of like a tan color. I prefer this over the sock because you can actually... You can actually take a bobby pin and put it right through, and this will really help secure it onto your head and just keep the hairstyle in place. So that's one reason why I love that, and you can't really do that with a sock. All right, so in addition, you'll need the bobby pins, you will need 2 hair bands, and then I like to go ahead and use a fine little baby tooth comb like this just to go ahead and smooth out any flyaways. And lastly, some hairspray just to freeze everything in place. Alright, so the first thing you'll want to do is go ahead and get your hair up into a really high ponytail. So just go ahead and gather it all together. And then you can just use a brush to kind of help smooth out any lumps or clumps that you might have. And then just depending on how you want the overall look to be, if you're looking more for like a messy, messy bun, you might want to skip like the steps where you like really fluff everything out to make sure it's nice and even. If you are looking to have a really clean hairstyle, then what you can do is go ahead and go back in with this fine tooth comb and then just really smooth everything out. So that way if you have any like bumps in your hair, you can just brush those out. Okay, so once you've gotten your hair to where you want it, you'll want to go ahead and put in your first hairband. So just go ahead and get your hair into a high ponytail. Okay. Alright, so once you've done this, you're going to go ahead and put in your sock bun or your hair donut. And essentially what you're doing is you're just bringing your ponytail through the center of the donut. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and take my hair and I'm just bringing it through like so. Just like that. So this way your hair donut or your sock bun is sitting literally right on top of your head. Alright, so the next part, you're just going to go ahead and take your hair and distribute it evenly all around the donut. And this is where it really comes in handy having like a sock or a hair donut that matches your hair color. Just in case if you're like me and you have kind of thin hair, you might not be able to get everything spread out across every last bit. That way it'll look like it blends in just a little bit more. So now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and, oh, that's an interesting look. You want to go ahead and you take your second hairband here, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to put it directly right over the very top of this donut thing. There you go, and what you've created is something that looks like that. Alright, don't worry, we're not going to leave it looking like this. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to take this remaining hair that's just kind of sticking out here, and you're just going to take it and put it in underneath the base of your hair donut or your sock bun, and I just kind of like wrap it around and tuck it in. So you just want to go all the way around your head. Now, if you want to create more of a messy look, you can leave some of the pieces hanging out. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of get everything in there. Okay, but I'm not gonna secure it just yet. What I like to do is I like to kind of fluff up the donut a little bit just so it looks a little more on the messy side. So if you are trying to get like a more clean looking bun, you can definitely skip this step, but what I'm gonna do is just kind of like fluff with it. I'm gonna pull the hair a little bit towards the center, and then I'm gonna take the hair over here and I'm just gonna pull out a few pieces too. Okay. Alright, and then one of the things I like to do is I kind of like to have my hair look like it's almost like in like I don't know how to describe, like a little like swoosh effect over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the very tip of this little comb and I'm just going to pull some of the hair out. And this is the hair that's right kind of like at the base. I'm just going to pull a little bit out. And as you can see, it's just creating this kind of like cascading almost effect down here. And I'm just going to brush it out and pull it up. So just to add a little bit more like dimension to this style. All right, so now that you've kind of poked your hair around and fluffed it up to your desired liking, what you want to do is go ahead and take the baby hair comb, the fine tooth comb, and then just go over some parts that you want to smooth out. If you have flyaways, this is a good way to get those under control too. Okay. And once you're kind of satisfied with what you've created, what you'll want to do is just go ahead and get your hairspray out. Spray everything once over. And then I do just like a final little brush through. Okay. And the last thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and secure the donut into my hair with some bobby pins. And what I'm going to do, since I am not using a sock, I have like a hair donut, is I'm going to go ahead and take the bobby pin and literally put it through the donut and bring it through into my actual hair. So that'll just make sure everything is nice and secure. Okay, so you'll just want to go all the way around your head. Now I'm just going to do a couple here just so the video is not like super long, but usually if I were to wear this hairstyle out, I probably put in at least like 10 of these little bobby pins just to keep everything in place. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial here. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them in the box below. But other than that, I hope you have a great day. Thanks.